sent home today from my job because the students are blocking the intersection.
We're essentially supposed to be about the tuition hikes and how the Regents have chosen to increase our tuition by 5% every year over the next 5 years. But I think this past Thursday when they shut the campus down, they actually added the police brutality and Black Lives Matter campaign into the tuition hikes campaign, which I think was a really bad idea for our purposes for the tuition hike campaign, because it just kind of made it convoluted, and we just need to learn how to pick our battles in order to address one issue at a time and get something or get as much done as we can.
Strikes are a good idea. However, I felt that this strike was very unorganized, in the sense that it would have been more successful if they had targeted just one issue as opposed to several.
Protests are essentially affecting the students more than anyone else. Now, with the shutdown, I mean, people couldn't get to their midterm reviews, they couldn't go to class, they couldn't study in the library. I mean, I felt like I got nothing done because I was sitting there all day, and I just feel like making a very mature and educated stance against these tuition hikes, because we are in higher education and we're showing that we are dedicated to our education, not just like we're going to lay down and stop our education just to protest like little kids.
There's a million ways in which tuition hikes is tied to police brutality. One of them is the defunding of schools for the funding of prisons. Another way is just these issues affect the same communities. People of color, working class communities are the ones who are finding education inaccessible and finding their lives met with police brutality. But we understand that these are college students also, and they have their own analysis of what's going on, and we respect that people can understand these ways that they're connected.
I mean, it's important for all of our futures, I think, as students, for me as an educator and a student, to think about what kind of system we want people to be able to learn in. The role of student protest in this, I think, is the key to all of it, because I don't think that institutions change because people ask nicely. I don't think institutions change. I think, basically any institution you can look at historically has never changed simply because the people in charge decided to listen to the people that they were oppressing or managing or whatever. So to me, the only way there's any chance of seeing a different kind of university is through student protest. And on this campus, that means things like strikes, it means walkouts, it means shutdowns, and we've just seen that, for instance, the Regents don't want to listen to us unless we make them listen to us, so I think it's really important.
I sympathize and I agree with some of the main points that the students are trying to make about tuition, saddling them with debt that's just incredible, and the tuition increases are not sustainable, and it's putting a lot of students, it's creating a lot of hardship, and education should be more affordable. Because if we don't make it affordable, then we'll have a rich elite class that is educated, and more people that are not educated and don't have a chance to advance in our economy and society. So I'm in support of the student protest.
The strikes have been incredibly successful. The highway shutdowns have been incredibly successful. In previous years, when students did in 2009, 2010, they won $300 million from Sacramento. When students did in 2011, 2012, they defeated a 9% tuition fee hike. When workers did it last year, they won incredible contracts. They won gender-neutral bathrooms, protections for undocumented students, and smaller classroom sizes, as well as pay raises. These kind of disruptive activities, I'm out here for them because I know that they work and I know that they can win. And students deserve the best, as do workers, and this is the best way we can get it.
I think the protest is effective because we have a history that says so. I was a freshman in 2011, and in 2012 we had strikes. And then in 2009, 2010, there was also a series of strikes. Each of those strikes got different things. I mean, last spring there was a strike. There was a lot less successful in this strike, but we still got unprecedented union gains. The year before that was, what, $300 million was refunded back to the UC from the state, and there was a 3-year freeze on tuition rises. Of course, that 3 years is up. Now here we are again, fighting those same hikes. So, I mean, campus shutdowns create material gains for the students, for the faculty, for the workers. So there's a history behind this. There's like these have worked in the past, and they will continue to work. Well, who knows for how long? We'll find out. But yeah, I think these will work because they have worked.
1, 2, 3, 4, tuition hikes, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Students will retaliate. 1, 2, 3, 4, tuition hikes to class 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Students will retaliate.
Yeah. So, yeah. Go. Education should be free. All right. That's.